All right, let's get straight to the point. No intro. Now, the Daily Tribune, they just put an article out about Manny Pacquiao offered Terrence Crawford 10 million and Manny Pacquiao's get 40 million. Now, he gets 40 million. Crawford gets 10 million. Now, okay, this is where it goes because Bob Arum always set the price for Terrence Crawford from 3 to 4, 3 to 5 million. That's his set price all the time. That's what Crawford gets on the regular when he gets a tomato can fight or whoever he's fighting, doesn't matter. That's his guarantee right there, okay? So you ain't never get no 10 million. So if you're gonna get 10 million, be happy. Don't worry about what Manny gonna get because you ain't worth like Manny is. That's one. Now, Terrence Crawford fans, can we agree on something? You know what I'm saying? Because, we going back and forth about who's a ducker and this and that. And, I can always show you history in the past. And you can see that video about Byron. He blocked the fight with Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao when they both was on the same side of the street with Top Rank. You could go on and keep saying Manny's a ducker without no proof, whatever. But the proof is in the pudding, right? I know you don't like me, but that's all right. I enjoy it. It gives me ambition. Proof is in the pudding. You know why the proof is in the pudding? Because Manny Pacquiao just offered in the Daily Tribune, the article's in the description down below, Terrence Crawford $10 million. Now, we're going to have to rewind time and go back to the fight with Kell Brook and Crawford. After that fight with Kell Brook and Crawford, what did these two people say? These two individuals that was close together said they wanted to fight. That was Bob Arum and Terrence Crawford. It's not separately where I could say Bob Arum is a liar. Get it together. Bob Arum is a liar or Crawford is a liar. No, they both was together after that fight with Kell Brook and said yes. They both agreed that they was trying to get the fight with Manny Pacquiao over yonder overseas, and they was looking for investors to buy it or pay for it or come up with whatever the money, right? Simple shit. So, two people are witnessing to each other that they agreed that they was trying to get this fight and make it. So like I said, Terrence Crawford is not a ducker and Manny Pacquiao is not a ducker. Right. So now, well, if not, why not? So if these two individuals here said they wanted this fight overseas and they want this fight so badly, why can't this fight happen? Okay, why can't this fight happen? Well, there's only one person that decides this. This is Bob Arum. Like he decides everything else. Like he decides that he's not gonna pay Sean Porter to fight Crawford. And listen, Bob Arum's all over the place, denying everybody the fight that you want to see. And that's just the honest truth. I've been hearing him. Listen, let me get straight to the point, man. What do Bob Arum wants for Terrence Crawford? Well, if you check the link in the description below, I'll show you proof of what he really wants. So if he does not get this fight with Manny Pacquiao, there's nothing that Bob Arum is losing on this. Because Bob Arum wants Terrence Crawford to do this for him. It's not what... this is how it's going to work out, man. Okay, if you don't get this fight with Manny Pacquiao for whatever reason, right? Bob Arum wants Terrence Crawford to fight the 140 division that's coming up, okay? So we got Regis Prograis, right? As I can remember, he's a free agent, right? Okay, he fought Josh Taylor, right? Most likely he's going to want that fight again, okay? Going to win a rematch. You're going to want that fight again, right? Who else we got? Oh, Josh Taylor, the Scottish dude, right? He was with Cyclone Promotions. I think, to my knowledge, I think now he's with Top Rank. Let me say that favorite word, in-house. In-house. Okay. And who we have? Who we have next? Ramirez. Yes, Ramirez. So you got these three up-and-coming 147 division fighters that's coming up. It's in the description below. This is not coming out my mouth. Well, it is coming out my mouth, but it's not my opinion. This is a fact because the man said it again. What he wants for Terrence Crawford, right? So he wants these three, even, listen, this is like a Manny Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley and Barrera and all these other fighters is under his, whoever's under top rank, that he could make rematches and rematches and rematches and rematches over and over again, right? So the way I see it, Ramirez is with top rank. Josh Taylor, I love Josh Taylor. He's a southpaw. I love him. I like how he fights. Everything is good and dandy with me and him. And Regis, a free agent. And these three is what he's trying to line up for Terrence Crawford. Plain and simple. This is, I come to this conclusion. This is my conclusion. Now, this is my opinion because of what Bob Arum said. He said it. This is what I want for Terrence Crawford. So if we do not see this fight with Manny Pacquiao, after Manny Pacquiao delivered this $10 million to him, right? And said, listen, you get 10, I get 40. There's no A side with Manny Pacquiao because he's the icon. And he gets what he's supposed to get. So you need to zip your lip and don't even bring that shit up, Crawford. Now, on the other hand, just recently, Terrence Crawford talking about, I'm not having to fight with Errol Spence. That fight ain't never going to happen. And why? Because of the offers that Errol Spence is making. Terrence Crawford won a 50-50 fight. Do I agree on that? No, I don't agree it's a 50-50 fight. I think it should be a 40-40 and whoever wins get the 20, right? Or whatever, or some shit like that. Or I don't know, 60-40, whatever it is, man. They keeping this hostage, yo. Whatever it is, they keeping it hostage. They keeping the welterweight division hostage. These two can't come with an agreement. That's the end of that. Manny Pacquiao ain't got no belt, and that's the end of that too. So he ain't got nothing about that. Now, of course, Manny Pacquiao, in my last video, I was like, yo, is he in recess? Like, what does that mean? If he ain't got the belt, but he's in training and he doesn't have a mandatory. No one demanded him to have a mandatory. Well, if you don't have a mandatory, what's going on with the belt? Well, why are they taking the belt from him? But that's Manny Pacquiao issue. Trying to fight to get that belt back, which I don't care if he gets it back. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Because like I said, a true Pacquiao fan, he could get it back in a fight with Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. Simple as that. So, what's next? So we hear that Terrence Crawford really doesn't care about fighting Errol Spence anymore. That's off the table. And it's so funny how he said that after we just got the daily news about Manny Pacquiao offering Terrence Crawford $10 million. It's very funny. But still, we don't know who is going to be Manny Pacquiao two-step opponent. We just don't know. It could be Ryan. His mouth is shut now. His mouth is really shut because he got an order to shut his mouth, right? We don't know if it's Errol Spence. He's quiet too. We don't know if he's still trying to go for Ugas or he got a better offer. We do know that Manny Pacquiao, as of today, offered Terrence Crawford big money. So where should we go with this? We don't know who his opponent is, but we're trying to read between the lines. But I do know what Bob Arum's thinking. And I know that if this does not happen with Manny Pacquiao, it's no sweat off his back. He doesn't care because he already know what. When you read the description below, when you watch the video below, then you'd be like, sit back and be like, this is what this nigga really want. But he's been said this. But it went over your head because of what you want. Your emotion and your feelings of what you want. But if you listen to the man, his agenda is to get 3 fighters to fight Terrence Crawford. And they're in the 140 division, and they come up to the 147. So that's all this video is about. You know? If not, why not? What's the reason why this fight can't happen? And the reason why I said this because both of y'all standing after the Kell Brook fight and said that y'all wanted this fight and you was working so hard to get this fight from over yonder. And you were looking for investors and this and that. Now, as I can see, right? Let me see. Let me look at this phone here. My battery's about to die. Oh, boy. Now, who represents, what is this, Paradigm Sports? That's Audi Attar, right? He's an American Iraqi. If he can get this, he represents McGregor, got McGregor to, getting big money and everything. And he also represents Manny Pacquiao. So this Paradigm Sports, if he's the investor or he's getting investors out the country to get this, this is my opinion. I'm not sure. When it comes to this money, I don't know. I can't talk at all. I'm just trying to get things and put things together. So just don't believe everything I say. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. But when it comes to this man, that his net worth is is almost 100 million. We don't know. We don't know. But if Manny Pacquiao putting a number out there, 10 and 40, that means they probably have somebody that could back this thing up already. Read between the lines. They probably have somebody that could back this up already. We just got to wait to get on that side with Bob Arum and see if he's going to block it or he's going to take it. Or he's going to block it and get all the in-house fights he can with Terrence Crawford and try to get Josh Taylor as his new WBO welterweight champion, or Ramirez as his new welterweight champion. Because as I know, I've never seen that WBO belt go anywhere but in-house. And it's always been on Bob Arum's side. I haven't seen it in the welterweight division. So am I saying something wrong? If I'm saying something wrong, just put it in the comments. Because that's all I'm seeing. I'm not understanding this. Like with this WBO belt. I don't see it going anywhere else. I don't know about the other divisions, weight division, but this division here, something. So, if he don't like making deals with the PBC, or Golden Boy or whatever, and this ain't gonna work and that ain't gonna work, and hey, I know proof that Bob Arum loves in-house fights. That's his history. That's his history. So that's all I got to say about if not, why not? Okay? And if this fight happens, yo, high five, Terrence Crawford fans. High five. I give you high five. We're best of friends. We are cool because you think that Terrence Crawford could beat Manny Pacquiao, and I definitely think Manny Pacquiao could bust down Terrence Crawford. So we best of friends. So my enemies be friends and my friends be enemies. Don't pretend. You know what I'm saying? We good. We good right now. We good right now. Right now, okay? Right now we good. But on the other hand, with Errol Spence fans, I don't know what's going on with Errol Spence. Really don't. Is he gonna fight? Is he gonna fight his mandatory Abu or whatever, right? Is he gonna fight Sean Porter Part 2? Right? Because if you're not fighting, if you just came out blatantly, Terrence Crawford, and say you're not gonna fight Errol Spence because of the offerings and you might never ever fight him, well, it's either you beating your chest because you already feel like you got to fight with Manny and you're like, bounce with that nigga. I ain't worried about him. Let me just take care of this business here and collect that big 10 mil. And after that, if he decides he wants to, he wants to. If he don't, well, pack up. You can retire, do whatever you want. He probably say he did enough in his boxing career. So, hey, Hall of Famer, he don't need Errol Spence. It is what it is. This is how this game is played, man. Prize fighting. So, at the end of this, if not, why not? Have a nice day. Tired of talking to you.